How are you? Okay, gone through the video? No, as I have told, you should go through the video, okay? So, what did you understand about the Harappan civilization? Yesterday, I have told you about the Harappan civilization. So, what is Harappan civilization? What is civilization, first of all? As I told, civilization is nothing but development, okay, on the banks of the river. They are developing on the banks of the river. As we have discussed yesterday, earlier people was a nomad, a wanderer, but now he has started to settle down in a place. Harappan civilizations are also known as the Bronze Age because they were knowing the use of bronze at that time. About their town planning, we have discussed earlier. How did they constructed their roads? Roads were very huge enough, they were wide enough, they were cutting into the right angle so that each and every vehicle could pass through it. Then they had the granaries. Again, I also told about the two types of people. The people who were very rich enough, they were they were all situated in the citadel, and the remaining ones lived in the lower part of the city. So after this, I told you about the great granaries. They were storing the things in that particular godown. Granary is nothing but it's a godown. We call it as a godown and they call it as a granaries. So this particular things we have learnt yesterday. Now coming next is the great bath. We go for swimming pools, right? We go and have a full body exercise in the swimming pools. But during that time, they had the swimming pools at their places. Great bath. They called it as a great bath. And here it was a common bath system. All the people could have a bath here. This particular great bath has been excavated at Mohenjo-daro. Its overall dimension is 55 meters by 35 meters. So you can just imagine 55 by 35 meters. So such a big bathing pool they had during the Harappans and Mohenjo-daros. So the floor of the pool was made of burnt bricks. Now here the outlet and the inlet are being done. But during that time also they had an outlet and the inlet of water. Whatever water was when it was getting spoiled or it was rotten or maybe the foam and all, it gets smelly, isn't it? So all those water used to go to the drainage directly. So the fresh water was being supplied every day. Now people dwellings, assembly halls. So the assemblies were also there where they sat together, they discussed about the matter whatever came into their things. It was a square hall of 25 meters by 25 meters. So it had 20 big pillars to support the high-pitched roof. These pillars were arranged in 4 rows of 5 pillars each. So what is that? When you are having a big space, you should see that you are giving each and every amenities in that particular hall. Now we spoke about the drainage system. That was also absolutely fine. That was very correct. Then we spoke about the great bath. It was also well planned. And now the citadel, it was also well planned. And here the assembly hall was also well planned. In this hall, the rulers held their meetings. As I said, for each and every meeting, they used to gather in this particular hall, which was very big enough. Now, the dwelling houses. The lower part of the city of Mohenjo-daro had the dwelling houses of the people. The houses unearthed with different size. Based upon their financial condition, so were the houses. Some of the houses were having 1 story, some had 2 story, or some without the story. So they had, as I told yesterday, each and every room was available in their houses. Like some of the houses are double story, as it is clear from the stair marks. The first floor had sleeping and other rooms. Then we had the houses made of baked bricks and the mud mortar. Every house had a bathroom, storeroom, kitchen, wall chamber and the dustbin. As I said, Each and everything was properly planned during the Harappan civilization. Now, art of sculpture and crafts. Do you think the people were only giving their concentration for the building of the city? No, they also were the lovers of art. They also were the lovers of sculptures and paintings. So you can see many of the paintings on this particular site. All this painting, you can see the paintings I have all shown you all. This particular paintings, they were also the lovers of art. So they Harappans and Mohenjo-daro were quite skilled workers. A bronze statue of dancing girl is shown relaxing after a dance performance. So you can see a bronze dancing girl. She was, after her performance, she is resting, keeping her hand on her trunk. So these particular things are already there in your textbook. After receiving the textbook, you can go through this properly. So art of making pottery also. They were also knowing the art of making pottery. Different types of potteries were made during the Harappan civilization. We are getting many of the information about this pots during that time. They produced articles of different shapes and designs. The clay pottery was baked and its surface was painted with glazed colors. All the shiny colors were being used by them. Birds, animals, human figures were made on this pottery. One thing, when I say birds, then animals, then other things, mean human figure, it shows clearly that they were the nature lovers. They worship the nature. So only you can see birds, you can see the animals and also the other human figures. Carvings and paintings. They were not leaving anything back in carving and painting. Whatever they got, they started carving the things. They started painting the things. Whatever the colors they got, the natural colors were used by them. Seals. Figures of animals and human beings were engraved on the seals. From those seals, we get to know about the dress, hairstyle, ornaments, etc. Human beings are in great touch with the ornaments, the dressing style, hairstyle, etc. Ladies, you can see they want to have each and every accessories to them. Not even the men of Harappan civilization were fond of the dressings and ornaments. They used to have the ornaments like necklace they used to have, or the chains they used to have here. The seals reveals about the religious belief, commercial activity, trade relation and etc. As I said, they were the nature worshippers. They also believed in Shiva or Pashupati. Now, we were not knowing about the writing. Something they were scribbling on the walls. So, this particular people, Harappans, they started a specimen of Harappan script on seals, copper tablets and whatever were of theirs. They did some scribbling work on it. It was a Harappan script. Some scholars connected it to the Indo-Aryans and some others said it is a Sanskrit one. So this is belonging to the Sumerian language. So the people whenever go through it or they want to find more about it, the time we will get more information about such things. So few people said it belongs to Sumerian language. Few others said it belongs to the Sanskrit language and very few said it belongs to the Indo-Aryan family. So this particular seals are being received or these were excavated during the excavation of Harappans and Mohenjo-daro. These are the seals which were discovered. Then coming next is the economic life. As I said, dress and ornaments. They were having the thinking or they were very fond of their dressing sense and the ornament. They used to spin the cotton, make a woolen yarn and then they used to have it. The spindles were there of different sizes in the cities. So they preferred the loose dresses instead of having the tight dresses. They preferred the loose dresses. Men wore dhoti and a shawl. The women wore a type of skirt and wrapped a shawl round their shoulders. Men kept their hair short and their beard trimmed. As I said, short hair were there with the beard trimmed. Whereas women, on the other hand, like to keep long hair and dress their hair in variety of styles. They used comb to decorate their hair, as I said. Then men and women, both rich and poor, wear ornaments. Necklets, fillets, armlets, finger rings were common to both men and women. In addition to this, women also wore the girdles. Girdles are nothing but the waist belt, kamar patta, what we say. The earrings, the nose rings, anklets, bangles, nose studs, etc. So, you can see some of the ornaments which were used by the Harappans during their time. So, this was about the dressing and the ornaments. What type of food they had to or they were liking. The people of the Indus Valley eat barley and wheat. They ground this in millstones and bake them into bread. We go to the floor. We make into the floor. For example, wheat is taken to the flour mill. There they give us the flour. They grind it and give us the flour. Then the chapatis are made at home. In the same way, the millets like barley and wheat were taken to the floor. No flours were available, so they sat at home and they used to make it the flour, and then the chapatis, or what we call it as bread, was rolled. Rice too was a part of their food. Besides this, they had the milk products, fruits, especially pomegranates and bananas, fish, meat, etc. So, just like us, they also know about each and every food items. Occupation, as I said, agriculture was the main occupation of this particular people. They built small dams, channels and embankments to control the supply of water. Right from beginning, we are having the rainfall. It is not the seasons are coming now. It was long years back that the seasons were there. When the sun had started revolving round the sun, from then on we are having these seasons. So, in the same way, we are having this particular seasons. We are having the rainy season, we are having the winter season, and we are having the summer season. So, earth was revolving round the sun, right? So, only we are having these seasons. So, in the same way, because they could not, or they could not supply the water to their agricultural land, this built small dams where they stored the water, and in times of need they were supplying this to the agricultural land. So oxes, bulls, sheep, pigs, buffalo were the animals which they kept as a livestock, which would help them in their agricultural field. So today we have learned about the Harappans, where we discussed about the seals, the script, their economic life, then the carvings and paintings, the potteries, then the great bath, then we spoke about assembly hall, the dwelling houses, the sculptures and the crafts. So remaining part will be doing it tomorrow. Till then, take care and bye.